In this video, we will see how to use the Sonos app. And be careful, before you need to set up your Sonos system, if it's not already done, please take a look at this video. Now that everything is set up, I'll take my phone with the app over here. I will set the screen just right there so you can see it very well. And actually, as you can see, we are on my favorite page. So I've got some playlists, recently played stuff. I've got my Spotify playlist and a song at the end. Everything that is there have been put there. First thing we need to do is to add a music service. So for this, we will go on the lower right corner on the setting gear, and we will go to services and voice right here. And here you can say add a service. So you select the service you have from that very long list. You select it and let's say, for example, title, you say add to Sonos and you follow the instruction. The instruction might vary from a service to another and from time to time, so just follow it. It should be very easy and the app will ask you what you have to do. You can also add while you're there if you want to have voice assistance. Well, Sonos is compatible on some speakers with Google Assistance. There is the Sonos voice control, and there's also Alexa. So same principle, you say add voice services and select the one, follow the instruction, and it will be added to the speaker you want. Not now, that is already done. Then, what is really important to understand is those 5 buttons at the bottom of the page. So the first one is the favorite. So this is where you will select your stuff most of the time because probably that you're listening the same playlist or those kind of music most of the time. On the next one, you've got the music tab. This is where you will see all your services. So I actually have a Spotify account and a YouTube account, so I can go inside my Spotify account, select what I want to hear. I can also do it from outside, but we will see it a bit later. Let's stick to the Sonos app for now. YouTube Music, about the same principle. There's the home, those playlists, and all those things. You got sometime TV, so if you have a bar, an amp, or those kind of thing, if something is connected inside the optical input or the HDMI input, you can share that connection to all other speakers. There might have a very small delay, however. Finally, you got the line in, so some speakers like the Sonos 5 and the Sonos 5 and well, there's some others that have a line input. Well, when there's one, well, you can select it from here. Actually, I have speakers that have a line in, but because there is nothing connected into it, it's not an option. So that's the line in. Then the next page is all the speakers you have inside your house. So that's the house page. You have all your room over here. So actually you can see my bureau, so it's in French, cuisine, and well, those speakers that are here temporarily. And well, yeah, that's all your room. So when you want to play something, so let's say that I want to play something here on the Era Black, I can select the Era Black and then find a music. It can be on that page or on the favorite. Actually, I will pick this one because I have the right to play those songs. It's actually playing on that speaker. So if I go back to the home page, I can see with the little, you see the wave, that it's actually playing inside this room. And from there, if I want to share that music with some other speakers, I can select that button over here on the upper right corner of the box. So I select it, and then I can select, well, everywhere. You can also create groups. So as you can see, I have a group named Loft. or everywhere and hit done, and it will play everywhere. Sometimes it takes a bit of time before they merge all together. When it's done, you can hit that box to see what is playing, and at the bottom you have the volume that you can control on all of the speakers. Just like that. You can play with every room individually, just like that, or with all at the same time. You can mute when you press on the speaker single room, or unmute and mute them all together with the group volume at the bottom. You can pause the music, skip the music with those buttons. You also have on the upper right corner a feature new here. Okay, yeah. Sorry, when you press on that one, you have your actual playlist. You can add more music to a playlist. For example, if I go inside that, okay, let's go on Spotify. Let's select that one and hit the 3 button here, and I will say add at end of queue. So that was not a playlist, that was a queue. So 50 tracks are added to the queue. So when I go back here inside the home to what is playing and I go to my queue, I've got the music I had before, but now I have all other one. Actually, they will play one next to the other, but you can also use that button over here to randomize everything. As you can see now, everything is randomized. If I cancel it, it will go back into the order. And there is that button for repeat. So when you will reach the end of that playlist, do you want to repeat or not? You also have the repeat one song. So actually it will repeat that song, The Racer, over and over again. And you can exit with the X. You can also do a search. So for example, I was looking for that artist that I can play on my YouTube channel. So Tristan Barton. So I can select it, see all of its track and make it play. If I go back to that lens, you can search for artist, you can search for song, album, playlist, station. It will search for all of your services. So if you have a Spotify account, a YouTube account, a Tidal account, a Deezer, and they are all connected together, it will search on all of those accounts. So as you can see, I did search Tristan Barton and we can find it on Spotify, on YouTube. So I select the service on which I want to listen to its music. And for example, let's say that this one, there's the Tristan Barton radio. So I can hit the 3 dot just on the side here and I can add it to my Sonos. So if I do that, add it to my Sonos, my Sonos is my favorite. So when you go on the star on the lower left corner, I should find in my Sonos, here you see station, I've just had its station over there. You can edit what you see on your favorite page with the edit button on the upper right corner. And here you've got your recently played playlist. So station, if I don't want it anymore, I can delete it from there and it's gone. Another thing that we might want to do is to go on that setting gear, go back over here, and we might want to group some speakers. So for this, we go inside system, and let's say that I want to make those 2 speakers together because they are all the time inside the kitchen and they should be one pair. That make them play better, in my opinion. So you can go here on one of those and set up a stereo pair. Continue. Yes. Yes. It's playing a chime. You say, is it this one or this one? So it's this one. This one is on the right. So I say right, continue. And now it will create that stereo pair. So if you have 2 speakers in the same room, do it. So now on the app, as they are only one, you see it says Era 100 white, because that was the name of the room. And the black is not there anymore. It's one speaker now. And if you go on the setting gear, and at the very top, you see those kind of thing, get to know your era, maybe not get to know, but you see tune era, do it with the AirPlay. You need an iPhone to do it. They will ask you to move in some position inside your room. Do it, it will highly enhance the audio quality of your speaker. You should do it with all of your Sonos devices. Another thing that you might want to use is inside system. If you go under the rooms, you will find alarms. Alarms here if you need to have an alarm. So if you want to wake up with an alarm, you can add an alarm, select the room where you want to have it. You can have a chime or you can start a playlist. That is actually why I had that thunderstorm at the very bottom. Make it play at night. I can start it automatically and it just play overnight. So I use the alarm this way. And you choose the time you want it to play, so you can have it so as long as you want. It can be used for a different situation. And yeah, that's an alarm. You set this up and it works. And for the rest, well, that's it. You choose what you want to have. That is the room. You can use this button to choose everywhere you want to listen to it. So if I remove everything now, it will be only on the first one that I selected at the beginning, which was interesting. That was this one, which is now those one. You see it's now unselected. Okay, let's say for example that I start the music inside the Era 300. So it is now playing. There's something very interesting that you can do on the speaker, and it's to hold the play pause button and they will merge together as there is something playing inside another room. Let's do it. And as you can see, they will merge together. I can hear it right now. Sometimes there's a delay, unfortunately, and now they are merged together. It was already done, but sometimes for the app to refresh it take a bit of time. I can press and hold it again, and they will leave the room. Yeah, they leave, and yeah, you see it now. So you can always use the app to do those kind of things, but I really like to use it directly on the speaker. So there's that play pause button. You've got the skip button. So if I turn this on and I use the skip button, I pass to the next song. I can pause it, I can restart the song, or go back to the previous one. You've got the volume control on top here. You can press the plus, you can press the minus, or you can use the bar to increment or decrement of 30 if you go all the way. And yeah, well, that's pretty much how you can use the Sonos app. Oh, I almost forgot something. I told you that I will come back on this. Actually, I think that, for example, the Spotify app is not so well integrated inside Sonos, so I use the Spotify app all the time. So if I get out of there, go inside Spotify, I have my real Spotify account. I can search for whatever I want. And if I want to play this, for example, I will simply at the lower right corner hit those buttons here, and I will see all of my Sonos speaker. So I can select it just like that and make it play. So I hit play and it play. Sometimes it doesn't start right away. In this situation, I just have to do skip and the next song play right away. That's a little bug that I have since a while. And when it's playing, you can go back to Sonos inside your room and you will find you see it's the very same thing. It's playing the song, and from there I can share it with all of the room. So it's the very same principle, but you use the Spotify app. It's not all the app that will be compatible with this. Some was in the past and are no longer compatible with those kind of connection. But with Spotify, it still is, and I still use it. So now we really have done the tour. If you have any question, please ask in the question, and that will be my pleasure. And if you need a new speaker, you can follow the link in my description to order one. So that's it for today. See ya.